Hallo, wir sind hier von Lemonpage und heute sind wir bei Boys It's Fire zu Gast und das ist der Nathan von Boys It's Fire.
What's up?
Und der macht uns jetzt ein Interview. Okay. Are you happy with this tour? With the result of this tour?
Oh yeah, definitely. We were in Europe, I guess, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And yeah, this one's definitely better. I mean, how do I explain this? Like last time was good too, but now I guess we've been around longer, so there's more people show up at the shows. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Even the shows that were like smaller and stuff, it seemed like people were having a lot of fun, so it worked out really well.
What do you think? How much people in average comes to your concerts?
How many people on average? As in Europe or anywhere? Anywhere? Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it sort of differentiates. Like in the States, in the U.S. it's anywhere from like 700 to 1,000 people come to shows, and in Europe, it could be anywhere from 50 to 800. You know, it's like it just depends on.
It's very different.
Yeah, it just depends on where.
Every time. Okay. Yes, that was my second question.
Okay.
The lyrics of your songs is sometimes very political.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What would you do to say with this song?
What are we trying to say with the songs? Well, it honestly depends from song to song, because all the songs aren't about the same thing, you know. So, but it varies in like message, and it's not just political stuff. There's like personal, emotional, like just normal issues, you know, that every band sings about. And then there's like more political things, and most of the political things are more of a leftist nature. Two of the members of the band, me and Josh, are members of the Communist Party in the U.S., and the other guys in the band are communist anarchists, sort of whatever. So we have a very leftist slant on politics, and that's all I can really say unless there's like a specific song behind it. There goes the bell.
Yeah. It's 11 o'clock. No. You have heard from the fascists in Germany, and what do you think about it? What do the American people think about it?
About fascism in Germany?
In Germany, yes. Do you heard about the burning Catholic churches?
Barely. Like, I'll be honest, in the U.S., a lot of the times it's very U.S.-centered, you know, unless it's like Palestine and Israel, you know, and what's going on there, or like a war in Serbia or something like that. You're not going to hear about it. Like, I don't think, as far as like fascists in Germany, I don't think anyone cares that much in the States. Like, I mean, I'm not saying me personally, but it's not good media, you know?
No, yeah.
And in the U.S., media is defined by its entertainment value, and like what manipulation and things of that nature that they use within the U.S., you know? So they don't really use anything unless it's like a big war or like something like that. They don't really note it.
What do you think about the situation in the USA, about the fascists? Do you have fascists?
We do. It's honestly, you don't see them that much in the U.S. as much as you may anywhere else, especially like in the scene and stuff, like in the hardcore scene, you don't see them really at all. You'll see every once in a while like a real big skinhead with a Nazi swastika, you know, like a tattoo or something, and everybody will be like, "The fuck is his deal?" You know, like, and then like you don't see anyone else for a while. But but a lot of times in the U.S. it's not so much like Nazi skins or anything like that as much as it is like KKK. Like the Ku Klux Klan and stuff like that, and they're like the major fascist party in the U.S. Plus you have the Republican Party, and also you do have like neo-Nazi groups like War and stuff like that are in the U.S. But you honestly don't hear about them except for a brief stint in like 1996 when the media grabbed hold of it, and it was like, oh, there's Nazis everywhere, it's for a sensational story, and then every TV show had something about Nazis on it, and then all of a sudden it just dropped, Yeah, exactly. Nazi skinheads, they're bad, it's like, so that's all you say.
Okay, so I give you just words, and I hope you can tell me something about this. What do you think about it? Religion.
You just sounded like a game show host. Religion for 500. Religion. I'll take religion for 500, Jack. Thanks. Let's see. It's hard. I don't really know what to say about that, just because I don't have any bias for or against, really. I do have a bias against people who use it in, well, maybe not in the wrong way, but in a way that I don't feel is right to other people. When it gets in the way of treating other human beings fairly, I think it's wrong. When it's used to self-betterment and things like that, that's great. I could give a fuck, because everyone's got a crutch. Everyone has something. I mean, I grew up in a very Christian family, and I still have a lot of those beliefs and stuff. But as well as Josh in the band and Chad, a couple of guys have sort of Christian beliefs. But we're not like a tooth and nail band or anything. We're not like a Christian band. We just some of us have those ideas. Some of us aren't of that persuasion. But as long as it's used to better yourself and to be nicer to other people, whatever.
That's the best thing.
Yeah. So I don't really think about it much.
Meat.
Meat. I could get really vulgar with this, but I won't. I don't think about that much either. I guess I've been a vegetarian for 9 years, I guess. And I don't know. I don't really think about it. There's everybody in the band's vegetarians, but it's not one of our main focal points to sing about. We sing about politics and stuff, but honestly, so many bands have sung about don't eat meat that it drives me insane. So we don't sing about it at all, and I don't really talk about it with anybody. I could really care less. And unless somebody's like, what do you think about this? About hamburger, I can go into a big diatribe about why it's wrong and why it's bad, but I never really like to offer the information unless asked, which I guess you did, but that's all. I'm done.
The next is Dead Kennedys.
They're a great band. We covered one of their songs, Holiday in Cambodia. It was one of the bands in my history that got me interested in politics, in music.
You're influenced. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd have to say I was more a fan of Black Flag, but I like Dead Kennedys. Dead Kennedys were good. Black Flag was my main punk band that I was really into. But yeah, that's good shit. But yeah, Dead Kennedys were very influential in realizing that politics and music were a fusion that could work for people. That it's a way to get across a message.
The next is
Seabass.
Seattle. Praha. The
Seattle and Prague. Yep.
Yeah, Prague. Okay.
Yeah, we say. Anyway, well, let's see. We had Seattle and Prague. Prague. It was really funny. Franz, one of the guy who is selling merch for Static 84, who are touring with us, sort of they're not really on tour with us, but they're playing a lot of shows with us, and they're friends of ours. He went to the Prague thing while we were on tour and came back and was really excited because they shut it down, the whole meeting and all that stuff. And I don't know, I get excited that there's activism going on, in the US and in Europe. Just the fact that once again, people are unifying to get things done, and not just the normal protest people. You've got because there's so many issues involved that everyone's getting along on the big issues instead of fighting about the small ones, and it's just nice to see. So. So yeah, it's great to see Seattle and Prague both work very well.
The last one, of course, it's Fire.
That's my band, dude.
Yeah, really.
All right, cool. So you guys.
Why do you take this name?
It was reading a book by Charles Bukowski, and in the back index there were a bunch of poetry and books written by different people that were put out by City Lights, which is Bukowski's publishing agency, or was. And one of the poems in there was called "The Boy Who Set the Fire." And it was just, at first, it was just like, hey, that sounds cool, let's use it. And then somebody was like, that's a long fucking name, you need to shorten that. So I was like, okay, Boy Sets Fire. And it just came to me just symbolic for being the potential for youth in this world to start something, to actually make things happen, instead of just talking about it all the time.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice show.
Thank you. We'll try.
Can we do it in German again? Huh? Again in German?
In German, absolutely.
No problem.
I'm ready.
Okay, thank you very much.
That should be good.